All right, Rangers, you are in for a treat because today's video is packed with drama, transfer talk, and big matches ahead for Rangers. From Chris Sutton's latest sarcastic dig after the 5-0 win over Fraserburgh to transfer whispers about a bargain midfielder and Premier League clubs circling one of Rangers' key stars, there is plenty to dive into. Is Cyril Desire on his way out after his hat-trick performance, or will he stay to fight for his place under Philippe Clement? And here's the big one. Manchester United players are already worried about stopping one Rangers player ahead of the massive Europa League clash at Old Trafford. Let's get started. Chris Sutton, true to his usual style of provocation, couldn't resist taking a dig at Rangers even after their commanding 5-0 victory over Fraserburgh in the Scottish Cup. The match, played on 19th in January at Ibrox, saw Cyril Desire bag a hat-trick alongside goals from Clinton Insiala and Ross McCausland as Rangers comfortably dispatched their fifth-tier opponents, while the result allowed manager Philippe Clement to rotate the squad and give valuable minutes to youngsters Bailey Rice and Findlay Curtis. Sutton, unsurprisingly, chose to take a negative spin. Speaking live on BBC Radio 5 live at 6:37 p.m. the same evening, he said, Rangers, well, they were 1-0 up at half-time against fifth-tier Highlanders Fraserburgh, but ran out in the second half, 5-0 winners. Well done, Rangers. Really well done, Rangers. It's no secret Sutton relishes any opportunity to poke fun at Rangers, but this feels especially unnecessary. Yes, Fraserburgh may be from the lower leagues, but this was a professional job from Rangers, and the players delivered exactly what was required in a cup competition. Sutton, of course, is enjoying this campaign as Celtic remain top of the Scottish Premiership, while Rangers trail behind, but Philippe Clement still has silverware within reach. Rangers are alive and kicking in the Europa League and have now cruised into the fourth round of the Scottish Cup. It's true that the current Premiership table is disappointing, sitting 13 points off the top after 23 matches, but Clement's task is to build momentum and get the fans believing again. Results like this, even against lower-tier opposition, are part of that process. Now, here's one for you to think about. Do you believe Sutton's sarcasm is genuine analysis, or is it nothing more than a cheap attempt to grab attention by taking a swipe at Rangers? Rangers could be on the brink of landing Serbian midfielder Sasa Zlatan for what's being described as a bargain fee, with CSKA Moscow reportedly ready to let the player leave in January. Zlatan, whose contract is running down, has caught the eye of Rangers scouts as the Russian club look to secure a nominal fee now rather than lose him for free in the summer. Transfer journalist Pete O'Rourke believes Zlatan represents a smart move for Rangers as they explore cost-effective options to bolster Philippe Clement's squad. Speaking on Football Insider's Inside Track podcast, O'Rourke highlighted Zlatan as one of three midfielders being monitored by Rangers, alongside Luton Town's Alan Campbell and Dundee star Lyle Cameron. On the topic of Zlatan, O'Rourke stated, it will increase the chances of maybe landing Zlatan. CSKA Moscow are open to letting him leave. They'd rather cash in on him now, whether that's for a nominal fee rather than allowing him to run down his contract. At 29 years old, Zlatan brings experience and quality, having played for CSKA Moscow in the competitive Russian Premier League. Rangers are in the market for midfield reinforcements, and with January proving a tricky time for transfers, Zlatan's potential availability for a reduced fee might make this deal too good to pass up. But here's a question for you. Would you welcome Zlatan's arrival as a calculated move to add experience, or is there a risk in shopping for bargain options rather than investing heavily in quality? Reports suggest that Rangers winger Tom Lawrence is attracting serious interest from English clubs Burnley and Sheffield United, as well as Turkish side Besiktas. With only 6 months remaining on his contract at Ibrox, the 31-year-old could be lining up a pre-contract deal as early as this month. According to the Daily Mail, both Burnley and Sheffield United are eyeing Lawrence as they aim to strengthen their squads for potential Premier League campaigns next season. Lawrence's time at Rangers has been marked by flashes of quality, with the former Derby County star delivering goals and assists when fit. His experience and ability make him a tempting prospect, especially with his current contract situation, making him a more affordable option. Burnley and Sheffield United are both vying for promotion to the Premier League and see Lawrence as a player who could add depth and creativity to their squads. Besiktas are also reported to be interested in taking the winger abroad, offering an entirely different challenge. For Lawrence, the options are wide open. Remaining at Ibrox would allow him to continue playing a key role at a club where he's enjoyed success. However, with time not on his side to secure a return to the English top flight, a move south could be appealing. The decision will ultimately rest with Lawrence, but here's a question for you. Should Rangers fight to extend his contract, or is it time to cash in and focus on developing younger talents? Philippe Clement has addressed the uncertainty surrounding Cyril Dessers' future at Rangers after the striker's impressive hat-trick in the 5-0 Scottish Cup victory over Fraserburgh. With Hamza Igamani now firmly established as the first-choice forward, rumours of a potential exit for Dessers have gathered momentum during the transfer window. Speaking after the match, Clement didn't shy away from the question, but admitted the situation remains unresolved. He explained, "It's a difficult question, that one. If Cyril goes, you need to replace him, and it needs to be at least the same quality. If a player stays and he plays less and he becomes, because of that, unhappy and he goes down his level, what I don't feel with him, it's also not good for the club." So we will see in the next 2 weeks what happens. I know if he is here, he will give everything for the club, and if he leaves, he needs to be replaced by somebody of the same quality. Dessers has been a polarizing figure during his time at Ibrox, but with 16 goals across all competitions this season, he has undoubtedly contributed to the team. His display against Fraserburgh showed the 30-year-old still has plenty to offer. Yet, the rise of Igamane has thrilled fans, with the young forward delivering dynamic performances and hinting at even greater potential. Clement's comments reflect the delicate balancing act for Rangers in this transfer window. Should Dessers leave, finding a replacement of similar caliber in the current market could be a challenge. Conversely, if he stays, managing squad harmony and ensuring all players remain motivated becomes crucial. So here's a question for you. With Igamane emerging as the future and Dessers showing he can still deliver, should Rangers prioritize youth development or keep Dessers to maintain depth and experience? The buzz is building ahead of Rangers' Europa League clash with Manchester United at Old Trafford, and it seems that Hamza Igamani is the name on everyone's lips. The young Rangers forward has caught the attention of United's Moroccan international Noussair Mazraoui, who has singled him out as the man his team must stop to avoid an upset. Speaking to the Daily Record, Mazraoui highlighted Igamani's growing reputation not just in Scotland, but internationally, saying, "The people in Morocco are speaking about Igamani's goals in Scotland. It's not easy to score in a good league, so it shows he's working well at Rangers. It won't be unusual if he makes it to the national team, but obviously it's the choice of the coach. Stopping Igamane is one of the challenges for us. He has been excellent for Rangers. Our defenders will need to pay attention to him and not give him space in the penalty area. That will be really important." This recognition from Manchester United shows just how far Igamane has come this season, solidifying his place as a key figure in Philippe Clement's squad. Rangers currently sit just 1 point behind United in the Europa League table, with both sides in contention for the last 16, and with 2 games left to play, The stakes couldn't be higher. Mazraoui also admitted that Rangers' performance in the group stage deserves recognition, saying, "Rangers have an excellent squad with players who can generate problems for any team. I expect them to qualify for the next round of the competition. They deserve it for their work in the first 6 games. But playing at Old Trafford should be a big advantage for us. Our history and the Manchester United supporters demand that we must improve this season, and the Europa League is one of our targets. But now, all we are thinking about is the defeat of Rangers. With both sides battling for qualification and Rangers carrying the underdog spirit that has seen them thrive in Europe before, the match promises to be a classic under the lights." Now, here's a question for you. With Hamza Igameni already being feared by Manchester United, do you think Rangers can prove their class and pull off another famous European result at Old Trafford? Or will the pressure of the theatre of dreams be too much for Clement's young squad? If you haven't seen yesterday's video yet, you're missing out. Explosive news about Rangers that'll leave every fan stunned. Go check it out now.